The Wales Adoption Study set out to identify the elements of first-year placement success for adopted children and their families. The study involved a multidisciplinary team from Cardiff and Bristol universities with backgrounds in social work, family law and psychology. For most families, adoption is an incredibly positive experience, but parents have a range of needs and there are times in the early years in particular when additional help might be needed. Some parents commented that once their child came to live with them, they felt as though they had been set adrift. They said they were expected to get on with things, even though many children have experienced trauma, abuse or neglect. In contrast, when parents received more complete information or had worked with social work teams to help them and their children to understand adoption, they felt empowered. Receiving incomplete or even incorrect information about children's experiences before they arrived in the adoptive home could be a source of anger, frustration and bewilderment. Some children have symptoms indicative of emotional or behavioural problems, and evidence tells us that early intervention and support for families is key to reducing symptoms and their longer-term impact. Some parents sought support from other adopters, both via online forums such as Adoption UK and in person. Pre-placement training was also viewed positively. Such support was seen as invaluable in terms of sharing experiences and reducing anxiety around the first months of the placement. Another finding was that many parents were united in wanting their child to retain contact with birth siblings and wanted support to make this happen. Overall, families need access to a range of support via informal and more formal specialist networks and to know it is there when they need it. The challenge is that some parents fear asking for help will jeopardise the perception that they can cope. So we need to break down barriers to contact and make picking up the phone easier. Our findings show that adoption is most often a transformational experience for children and their parents, and future research will explore the implications of our findings over a longer timescale.